Hey there, greetings everyone. This is Terry, naturally. I'm here to talk about one of my favorite subjects. You know, we've talked about a lot of adaptogens in the past, and an adaptogen is an herb that has like a tonic effect on the body. It doesn't have any side effects. You don't have to be concerned about any adverse events, and it helps the body to adapt to changes. We can have changes from weather. We can have hot weather, cold weather. We can have relationship problems. We can have financial problems. And anyway, it just helps our body to adapt to all those changes, whether they're negative or positive. So sometimes we may go through a series of stressful events, or we may have some anxiety, or we may have all kinds of things that we have to deal with. And that's why an adaptogen can be very beneficial. There used to be only a handful of adaptogens. Now there are over 100 adaptogens classified as adaptogens. But there's only really 7 that fall into a category that are really, really beneficial. And at the top of that list of 7 is one of my favorite products. I love it. I don't go a day without it. And that is Endographis. Let me spell that for you. Andrographis. Endographis. You may not have ever heard about it. It comes from India. It's an Ayurvedic herb. And it's probably in most of the major Ayurvedic formulas that have been around for thousands of years. And this is a very high quality Andrographis that I like to use. It comes near the Himalayas. It's only from the leaves of the plant, which has the highest concentration of the key compound called andrographis. The andrographis is antiviral, anti-cancer, also anti-infective. So it takes care of infections. And really, infections throughout the body, even could be kidney infection, but where it really performs well is upper respiratory tract infections, cold and flu. But it has so many benefits that we could spend, I'd like to spend 15 minutes with you today. I don't want to spend any more time because usually that wears out my welcome. So if I were here for an hour, and I really would like to, because we could spend a whole hour on Endographis. It has such an impact on our health. It's anti-cancer, anti-infective, antiviral, liver supporting. It has so many benefits. In fact, I'll tell you a little bit, a few of the studies that I've run across that really make it impactful. There are 2 studies that have been done at Baylor University in Dallas, Texas, that shows that it actually reduced tumors. Now, this is an animal study. It reduces tumors in the animals very more effectively than any herb they've ever tested at Baylor University. They've done research with curcumin, with boswellia, but Endographis outperformed everything they've ever tested for as an anti-cancer. And when you pair it with a chemo drug, because a lot of times doctors say if you're going to be on chemotherapy, don't use any kind of herbal products, but this actually stands out as being beneficial. When you pair it with a chemo drug, it actually lowers the toxicity of the chemo drug, makes the chemo drug more effective at a lesser dosage, so it's very, very beneficial. That is 2 studies on reducing tumors in animals. Another study that was done in Germany is called ChemoBrain. When chemotherapeutic drugs are given to patients, the brain cells are damaged, the liver cells are damaged. When they pair it with Endographis, it protects the liver and protects the brain from the damage of the chemo drugs. That's very, very powerful. Also talking about the liver, we have a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Years ago, the liver was damaged by alcohol. Alcoholics ended up with cirrhosis of the liver, scarring of the liver, and then maybe liver cancer. But now we have non-alcoholic. That means not drinking alcohol, but also having fatty liver disease. So how does that come about? Well, unfortunately, Americans have changed from alcohol, unfortunately, to sugar. I shouldn't say unfortunately because they're both bad. Alcohol is bad, sugar is bad, but this even affects children because you wouldn't give children alcohol, but it seems like children are eating sugar as much as adults and even more. So a large percentage, 18% of children today, have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Over 30 million adults have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. They don't even know it. You can't even feel it. You can't even tell it until it may be too late. And then that turns into cirrhosis of the liver or cancer. Endographis is one of the most powerful liver protectants available as an herbal product. It is tremendously effective and also without side effects. And that is huge. When we talk about drugs, we talk about a lot of different side effects. Now, one of the major things is we talk about brain health, we talk about liver health, kidney health, upper respiratory tract health, we talk about cold and flu, antiviral, anti-cancer, all these great benefits. If you told that to a doctor or a good medical student, they would throw up their hands and say, how can that be? That sounds like it's too good to be true. Well, it is true. Why? Because plants have multiple molecules that can do all kinds of beneficial effects on the body by supporting different pathways in the body. A drug is one molecule. It's one molecule because it's a synthetic drug, never been on the face of this earth before, but developed in a laboratory. And the FDA insists on very tough regulations to make sure that that new synthetic drug doesn't kill 5,000, 10,000, 30,000 people. So they have to do, the drug companies have to do a tremendous amount of research on that molecule. And just that one molecule takes about 10 years of research and about $1.5 billion worth of research. Now, if they had a drug made up of 4 or 5 molecules, that would increase the cost by 4 or 5 times. But with a natural product, like an herb has many molecules, hundreds of molecules, if not even 1,000 molecules. So it works on a variety of pathways. That's why it can support brain function, liver function, and also upper respiratory tract infection or function. It has tremendous benefits. Cold and flu, just think of how many people have cold and flu. And it shows in studies that people that don't do anything with Endographis during the cold and flu period, it takes about 7 to 10 days to get over the cold and flu. When they take Endographis, it's over in about 2 or 3 days. So it really shortens the duration and the severity of the cold. And this is with a very small dosage, only about 400 milligrams of Endographis, standardized at 20% of the key compound, which I called, remember before, endographilide. And that's taken once or twice or maybe up to 3 times a day. Tremendous amount of research, and all of this research on cold and flu was done and conducted at the Scandinavian Institute of Health. So it was very effective. Did a lot of research. One of the most common anti-cold and flu medicines is sold in Sweden. It's been developed there at the Swedish Herbal Institute as well. So there's a lot of research and a lot of studies done on Endographis, and it's extremely important for the brain. Remember that? For the liver, upper respiratory tract, and it has no side effects. Now, one of the things you really want to remember, you don't want to drink tea with this product, because this Endographis is the king of bitters. It's the most bitter herb available today. So you will never drink it as a tea because it is so bitter. So it's found in capsules, and you want to look for like a 400 milligram, standardized at 20% of the endographilides. So you're getting about 80 milligrams of endographilides, and that is a very good dosage, 1 to 3 times daily. You can take more if you like, but that usually is a very good dosage, anywhere from 1 to 3 servings a day of the 400 milligrams, standardized at 20%. And when you're thinking about, why do I want to use this? Well, this is a good time to use Endographis. There's a lot of cold and flu, there's a lot of viral infection, bacterial infection, fungal infection. All these kinds of infection can be, because Endographis is a multi-antimicrobial, so it works on all forms of germs, not only viruses, but bacteria and fungal infection as well. So this is really a product for the immune system. It's one of the best that I found for the immune system. So if you want to take Endographis, then I would pair it maybe with some extra zinc, extra vitamin C, maybe some extra vitamin D, selenium. All these are natural, essential vitamins and minerals that pair very nicely with Endographis. So use these together, and you can make your own immune system effective as a vaccine. We have a natural vaccine inside our body. It's called the immune system. But we just need, in order to support that immune system, that means with vitamins and minerals, and the minerals that are essential for the immune system. You know, our thymus gland, right here located in the base of the neck, is the gland that controls the immune system. And that is controlled by zinc. In fact, as we get older, the thymus gland shrinks. When we're a baby, it's about the size of a walnut. An 80 or 90-year-old person has a thymus gland about the size of a pea. It just shrinks over time, aging process. We all change through the aging process. But when you give the body zinc, it doubles the size of the thymus gland. Zinc, selenium, all these natural minerals are important, but Endographis is the foundation. I take that every day. I take 2 or 3 capsules every day to maintain a healthy immune system. Now, if you don't have a healthy immune system, maybe a vaccine might be your choice, but that's only you can decide between your doctor and yourself. But I think my vaccine is built in my body. It's called the innate immune system. So that makes it more effective. So think of Andrographis as being one of your top immune performing products. It's going to strengthen it against infection. It's going to help your liver function better, your brain function better, your upper respiratory tract. When you talk about your upper respiratory tract, what are you talking about? You're talking about your bronchioles. That means bronchitis. That means sinusitis. That means COPD. That means asthma. All these conditions are involved in the upper respiratory tract. So Endographis helps affect all those as well in a healthy aspect for good health. Now, if you like what I'm doing, follow me. And you can follow me in a couple of ways. I have a website called terrytalksnutrition.com. I have a newsletter that goes out every Friday. You can subscribe to the newsletter. You can go on my website and go to the e-newsletter section, archive section, and read all the newsletters that we have stored there for your enjoyment. I also do a radio show every Saturday and Sunday morning locally in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But we live stream it to the website. So you can go to the website, you can click on the live portion. You just have to adjust your times to where you are in relationship to centrally located Green Bay, Wisconsin, Central Standard Time. Otherwise, you can also go into the archive section of the radio show and you can listen to all the shows that have been aired there and stored there for you. Also, I'm on YouTube, podcast. You can find me in a lot of different ways. On Facebook, I'm on Terry Talks Nutrition. I'm also on Terry Lemeron, which is my surname. You can follow me in a variety of places. I post a lot of things about health, and so you can learn more as the days go on. So join me. I love being here with you. So tell me if I'm meeting your expectations or if you want me to do something else. Go to my website. You can talk to me through my website. Just go to there where it says Ask Terry. You can ask me your questions, or you can tell me what's on your mind. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.